CEO Congress is actually a sister congress to the EMU Congress. EMU Congress has been conducted 5 times. We conducted 2 of the EMU Congress in North Cyprus. And at the same time, we also conducted one of the conferences in Cappadocia. And then the other EMU Congress also conducted in Istanbul Nişantaşı University. And the last EMU Congress actually was conducted in Macedonia, in Gostivar. And like I said earlier on, the CEO Congress, it's actually a sister congress to the EMU Congress. So therefore, I would like to thank you all for actually participating in this Congress. And also I would like to welcome you all. And I also like to wish you a pleasant and a happy Congress. The CEO Congress actually entails participants from about 29 countries. And I think the next speaker will be Associate Professor Dababrata Choudhury from the University of Suffolk, UK.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning to everybody. It is my pleasure to see you all again, and I want to thanks to obviously CEO organizing committee and Professor Himmet Karadal, Naji, and Abu Bakr, Mustafa Huja. I mean, I think if I want to name, it will not be finished. So thank you very much for this type of a conference, and especially in this time of year, because New Year is in the next to us. So I really want to say a few things about especially the COVID and adaptation of entrepreneurship. If you look at my experience or expertise is actually come from especially in the entrepreneurship. So I think that is the most important time from everybody, especially we are in academic people sitting here who are talking about the academic performance, academic credibility, resource, and all sort of things. And if we can see the conference theme is actually communication, economic, and organization, I think that is the very important correlation between all these 3 things. And especially last 1 year, if we can look at it from January last year, I think pandemic actually started, and it goes beyond our control. Once it is actually started, people may not have understood that how or when it will be finished, but we are now actually trying to understand how we are adapting and how we can actually collaboration and cooperation with our stakeholder, especially if we are talking about the academic world. We are thinking about our student, we are thinking about our staff, we are thinking about our organization, how we can actually deal with and everything as we need it. Now the question is actually coming to the economic side. So economy is actually the most of the countries is depending on the different aspect of COVID impact. Now, if you look at it, the developed country and developing and emerging market, we can see the 3 scenario. In the developing countries actually heated is badly because of the different kind of environment, different kind of weather, and this virus is actually making the difference entertain in the different countries. So this is, I think, no need to be talk about what is the COVID impact, but I think we want to think about how we can actually adapting this change at the current environment that we are suffering from many angle or many kind of situation. So the first one, we are talking about the education, that how we are adapting. We are talking about the blended and obviously online teaching. So I think that is the most of us we are familiar now. And this changes actually suddenly came to us, but it very much quickly adapted. And I'm sure the rest of the world, not only the UK, as I'm giving experience from UK, I'm sure some of my UK colleagues also in the conference, that we can see that it now very much settling, and very much we are understood that it should be a blended learning, like online and face to face. So people are very much clear about it. We are understood that academic need to be understood this thing. 5 or 10 years ago, when we talk about the online degree program, people was laughing, and people, especially people we mean the organization who are actually employees, our students, they are not that much happy. They are not that much understood that how this will be happening, and they may, or we also thought about this, there is no interaction, and people may have, you know, disconnection, and people doesn't have a skill and knowledge from online teaching. But this mood is now changes, and that is actually now probably our bread and butter, to understand how we use online or technology to use this and communicate with you know, organization, student, and the economy in the same time. So coming to the point is actually how this thing is happening from entrepreneur, especially if we look at the opportunities actually in everywhere. And you may say, and I'm talking about the UK, what is happening? The lot of high street business is going to close down because they cannot survive with this type of pandemic, or especially this current situation, because there is no face-to-face you know, interaction. Therefore, online is becoming a most powerful tool for everybody. So in that case, a lot of entrepreneur, a lot of young entrepreneur actually saw the opportunity. They're opening the new business. They are creating the different sort of activities where they can actually connecting their own business to the community. So the economy is actually going to be changes in probably a year times. Now, interestingly to say that if you look at the you know, Middle East or Asian, especially I'm talking about the developing countries, the pandemic actually not hit that much, where we can say is actually developed countries. So there is a various reason. I'm sure there will be a lot of publication will coming up soon, because many researchers like us, we are thinking about how we can see what, you know, in fact actually we are receiving at the moment. And honestly speaking, pandemic is still ongoing, is not a finishing, it is actually middle of somewhere. So probably one more year we have to be look at this thing. Therefore, our target is actually to see how we can develop our communication. As we can see, this conference will talk many papers about the communication. We also thinking about the economy, how we actually link is our economic development to sustainable business model, sustainable economic understanding, sustainable government situation, and everything. So the economy will be the one of the issues. I'm sure a lot of paper will be discussed in future, or in today or tomorrow. And also the organization, how organization should be stable, and how we can actually survive in this type of pandemic. So finally, we obviously a lot of other people will talk about. I want to say that this is a really important conference, and the very timely. And I hope that a lot of paper, a lot of scholar, and a lot of academician will debate many topics. And end of the day, tomorrow probably we will see the real outcome. And I hope all the best for this conference. And I will be obviously join off and on in some point. So see you again. And thank you again to all of you. If somebody is celebrating Merry Christmas to all of you, and Happy New Year's. Thank you.